I think we're live. Yeah, we're good. All right. So let's start the video.
Colors, are you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay?
And then you go on the channel. Oh, there you go. Ready, Taylor? Oh, there you go. Ready, Taylor?
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, I put ready.
All right. So hey guys, welcome
There's no
back.
one. Is there somebody there?
Well, no one's here yet. But
Nobody's there.
the thing about it is that we still have to start the video.
Mm-mm. You have to wait until people come.
Wait
There's
a bit.
one person there. Hello. Hello, hello.
So apparently we're sitting tight for a while and waiting for everyone else to jump on.
I see one person so far. Hi. Comment down below so I can know who you are.
Yeah, today's gonna be a very,
Yeah.
very, very chill video. We're just gonna sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Or more people are coming in.
Hello. So we see two people now. Guys, as you come on, don't forget to give this video, this live, a thumbs up. And also comment down below so I can know who you are. Because I love to call out people by their names and, you know.
Yeah, she does that.
But I can see that two persons are there, but I can't see who it is.
Also, tell Tila happy birthday. We're gonna say it again, but this is Tila's birthday weekend. We're celebrating. So
I'm 9 years old.
We'll give you this. We'll give you the story on that in a few. We're just waiting on everyone else to come in.
There's two persons. It looks like they forget that they will have live today. Or everyone is busy, it seems.
No, it takes a minute. Like generally, when you even watch the video back, it's just that you'll see exactly what's going on. Hopefully, I'll be able to snip it to start when the actual video starts.
So guys, the two of you who are here, how are you doing? How is your day? Comment down below, man. Tell us who you are.
Strangers, maybe. Well, if you are,
And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We're good people.
yeah, if you're not already subbed to us, please subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yay, 4 people. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, so for those just came in, we're just giving everyone a chance to pop in so we can start the conversation. We're going to talk about baggage this weekend, but we're not going to start until a bit more people are in. We want to have a conversation, not just us just giving our opinion on the topic.
Yes, we want everybody to interact and to get the... Hello, Team Spencer. That's Antoinette Nelson. Hi. Hello. Welcome to our live today.
Welcome.
Nice to see you, Antoinette. All right, so I guess we can start.
So start?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
While I have my persons here, we can just start to talk about what we are here today to talk about. And guys, you know, I'm looking all nice and stuff because I tried to do a birthday. Guys, I just tried to do a birthday photo shoot gone wrong. It gone wrong. First of all, it's very cold outside.
It's negative 16 with the wind chill bringing it up to negative 20.
Yeah, a feel of negative 20. So, I don't know what God in my right mind tell me that, okay, it would be fine to go outside and do a photo shoot. But at least I tried.
Jamaicans doing a winter photo shoot in negative 20 was not our best idea.
Yeah.
So
I had my balloon and everything, and then by the time, because you know guys, I'm 29. Yeah, I'm 29 years young.
yes. So we bought the 29 and brought it outside. So who knew that the helium deflates in cold?
Yeah.
I guess it's obvious, but yeah, I didn't think about it.
Well, I knew, but then by the time I turned around, I said us to the two, I go, I'll never go with the wind. Hi, Unique. Nice to see you here. You're early, man. We were just talking a little bit about my other take picture and
Yeah.
stuff already. You know
Tila's
me.
birthday weekend had so much going on. We just came off the road. We were actually lucky that we made it back in time. So
Mm-hmm.
Tila's number 2 went in the wind. It's still flying around
Yes.
Edmonton. Sorry, guys, for anyone who received that number 2. So it's still flying somewhere. It's very, very cold.
Yes.
Was a very bad decision to go outside and take
But I still
photos.
got some good photos, so
Yeah.
it was worth it. Anywho, so
Shinny,
so guys,
Shinigami, I see you.
yeah. Okay, guys. So today, as Andre mentioned earlier, we will be discussing the
Do you need
impact of baggage in a relationship. And when I was discussing this topic, when I was preparing this topic, my sister made me aware that baggage comes in
different farms?
different forms, right? Because we were thinking about just relationship baggage, but there are different types of baggages that you can bring in your relationship. We came up with probably two
A
or
few.
three. So as we go, guys, please be free to comment below what other types of baggage that you know of, so that we can touch on it. But to begin, we're gonna start to discuss what's that now? Let's just talk about relationship baggage, like past relationship. This is my cat Cuddles. If you know us, you've been here, you already know my cat. He's just sitting and looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
So we can start out by discussing what's a baggage.
But before we go into that, you don't want to say anything about your birthday? Of what I did?
Me no
And all that
know.
good stuff?
Oh, so guys, it's my 29th birthday, and my birthday was on Friday. So Andre pranked me the whole day. That's all I have to say. Pure prank. Left, right, and center. I ended up with a headache. So yeah, we went to the dentist, and Andre told the dentist to prank me that all of my teeth, most of my teeth bad, and we'll have to
Operate. We're gonna
no,
have
we
to
have to
extract.
extract them and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, imagine myself with gum. How would I look with just gum, bare gum and everything? But yeah, that's it. Want me tell them how you treat me bad for my birthday?
And
And
what else
what
happened?
else you do? I would go skiing yesterday. We went skiing
Mm-hmm.
for the first time. Jamaicans went skiing. And it was fun, guys. It was fun. So if you have that to cross off on your bucket list, you should definitely try. But we have videos that we'll be
Yeah.
posting about it. So I won't go into much details. Just click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we post a video, because we did vlog all of this. So
Yeah, so our
yeah.
next video you'll see everything. The prank, the trip, and also Tila's fail photo
Yes.
shoot. So we'll save that for our next
Yeah,
time.
so I had a very eventful birthday.
Yeah, so
I
you can
must
see by
say.
our number 9 in the background. Alright, so let's get into the topic.
Alright, let me see what okay. Yeah, you can get into the topic. Relationship, past relationship baggage and stuff like that.
Alright, you want to start, Tila?
No, you start.
Alright, so let's talk about baggage. So, from a male perspective, what is baggage and how does it affect us or how does it affect a female? Who's that?
Yeah, you concentrate and I'll tell them.
Okay, yeah, you do that. All right. So the thing about baggage is, guys, is this, right? Baggage comes in many forms, as Taylor mentioned before. It can be relationship baggage. It can be financial. It can be just different over
Family baggage,
family, right?
trauma, past trauma.
Past trauma. And the way we're looking at baggage is those behaviors that come like arises in your actual relationship that may be negatively impacting your current relationship. So, for example, Teal and I, we're husband and wife, and her, she may have some, would you say negative behaviors? Or
Yes.
she may have
I
some
have
traits
some.
or some negative behaviors that may
Yeah.
cause her to behave certain way based on what I do. So, for example, I would then say, "Hey, Tiola, can I see your purse for a sec?" She might be like, "Why would you want to see my purse?" because something happened in her past makes her want to say, no, you can't see into my purse. Or, hey, Tiola, I'm coming in the bathroom. And she's like, no, I'm using the bathroom. And she responds a certain way based on her past, some past trauma of some sort,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's
So, for me, I like to give a little synopsis or a little
synopsis.
scenario, like based on real
Mm-hmm.
life, because, not cause.
Yeah.
Because for me, well, Andre, for one, let me tell you, Andre said, what pass? What? What X? What? Like, Andre, I don't know if it's a good coping mechanism,
In other
but
words, I have no baggage whatsoever.
he,
Tiola met me minty fresh, brand new. Who I was is with her.
Andre had his breakups. Andre had his sadness too, but most guys they suppress those feelings and they tend not to talk about it. But on a female perspective, like we like to express more about what somebody did to us, and then sometimes we tend to bring it over into a relationship. For example, when I met Andre, as we mentioned in the last video, I had, I would say, trauma slash bad breakup slash bad relationship, just bad, 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 bad. So I had serious trust issues, serious trust issues. And to be honest, guys, even though I'm married, sometimes it kind of clicks back in, and I have to snap back and know that okay, it's because of a situation that I've been through that has caused it. But when Andrea and I started dating,
You're far
I
away.
I broke up with Andre almost every day. Not really like almost every day,
Every
but
day.
it's like everything that he does is like it reminds me of something that happened with someone else. So I'm like, oh my gosh, no, this can't work. I'm gonna have to like I panic about it, and I'm like always comparing
Okay.
my past relationship to what he just did. If he did something, I'm gonna like that's the same thing he did, and that's the end result of it. I'm not going down that road again. Like it did affect my relationship because Andre would say to me that you don't trust me now, or by now you don't trust me now, or why do you always bring it up? Can you just forget about it? Like, let's just pretend like it didn't happen. It's easy for him to say that, but in my mind, it's there. And it's like you feel like you're gonna live with it. I can't forget them, guys. I can't.
I'm still trying to process it, right? So for this topic, I don't understand it as well. Maybe it's because of the way I was brought up. I'm not sure. But
Mhm.
here's a typical example. It was Tiola's 20th birthday, I think. And was it? Yeah, 20th birthday. I went to the store and I was basically searching for
We
some.
would tell them a story there already,
It's okay, I'm going to tell it again for our new subs.
yeah.
I was searching for a gift for my wife or for my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, okay, what would Tiola like? Tiola could not get my phone for, was it a few hours?
No, it's not really the fact that I couldn't get his phone, but the fact that you were sending me home without understanding or a level of why. Where
If
were
I
you?
say,
So
I'm busy at the moment, go home, I'll meet you later, that makes sense. But Tiola was like, what's going on? If you're cheating on me, let me know. So I'm like,
yes.
okay, right? So because of past baggage, she has issues with her current relationship. But I think that you have healed since then, wouldn't you say, Taylor?
Sometime. All right, we'll talk about. I'm coming a far away, guys. So that's basically I just use that example
Mm-hmm.
because I can show you how baggage can turn away someone good. Because of past mishaps, past experiences,
Mm-hmm.
you can have the right person standing in front of you, and because you are scared, you're traumatized. I was being overly cautious. You know, I always said to Andre that Andre, I think you got the worst side of me because
I
by
think
the
so too.
time like I would say back in the days when I was younger, I was way sweeter. I was very innocent. I was locked away from the world because I didn't know I didn't experience the world. I didn't know that certain things can happen when you go into a relationship. And I saw myself as a nice girl, and I thought that, okay, if a guy likes me, he won't hurt me. But then, life has taught me the way of life. You know what I mean? So yeah, I brought that over, and then I said to myself, I'm not gonna be so nice to the next guy that comes in front of me. I'm not gonna be so sweet. I'm not gonna. So eventually, I became more miserable, more cautious,
Bitter,
more bitter.
sour, grimy.
I don't even know if most use the word what Andrea said, but basically, I wasn't my best self. So Andrea get the worst end of the stick. Andrea get everything bad. Yeah.
Sour.
Yes, cause I was learning, guys. So yeah, that's my baggage that I brought over.
No, that's not even the half of it. But so let's talk about me. Why I say I have no baggage is simple. When I go through, let's say a breakup, for example, right? Because we're talking about relationship baggage. I'm not sure if it's a male thing, as Taylor said before, but I legit do not remember you. Out of sight,
It's
out
not nice.
of mind. Yeah, it might sound.
And that's the thing too.
It-
Andrea remind me of the guys where they would hurt you because he stayed like that. That's how he is.
Out
I
of
was saying
sight,
to
out of
myself,
mind.
I was saying to myself, be careful of this guy. You hear what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. Therefore, I was saying to myself, if he hurts you, he would be the type who pretend like you're not there tomorrow. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
let me draw a
careful.
correction right there, right? Let I don't think that I mess with anyone in my past to the point where they would hate me. Maybe one or two, but I wouldn't say I was a bad guy. Taylor knows all about my past because she asks about my past.
yeah.
But it wouldn't become a conversation. I would not be the one to say, hey, my ex's names are X, Y, and Z. The only reason Taylor even know maybe one or two of my exes was because of what? It was brought up because
Because
you
I
asked.
always ask. Guys,
She
I
asks.
always ask. Because in my previous relationships, I just went in it and going with the whim of
Mhm.
things, and I would like ask general stuff like, how are you? Like, oh, you have good self control, yada yada. But for Andre, his situation was even more complicated.
But why is it
because-
important? That's what I don't get.
Because when I was at school, you want me to say
Go
a lot
ahead.
of persons, I think I mentioned it in the last video, a lot of persons were coming to me with stories. So I had to do my own research. I had to validate to see if what they said is true. So you see, when I went to Andre now, and then he would tell me the exact same thing. He doesn't know this, but it actually helped me to develop trust to say, okay, if he had denied it, then but then he would actually tell me everything. He didn't like to talk about it. He didn't like to talk about the girls that were around him, or that Andre was a sweet guy, one of those gallus guys on campus.
I was a
Yeah,
nerd. You see these glasses?
You-
Look at me,
no.
my nerdy self. I watch animes, mangas.
You
Those
stay
are my
there, you
thing.
do
Every
not-
night I read comic books to go to bed.
Guys,
So
do not be. What do you call it now?
food.
Do not be fooled by the nerd-looking look. What Andrea talked about.
Guys, I am such a nerd.
So-
I'm an IT guy. My favorite thing to do is read like tech reviews. I am as
Yeah.
nerdy as it gets. right?
Mhm.
So-
but he was a nerd who gets all the girls.
I was a great listener.
Or
So
according to Andre, he would say that the girls would throw themselves at him, and then he would
not
be like,
according to
okay.
me. What happened was girls normally like to talk, and I would be that person who absorb all that information. I was like sponge, right?
But babe, sometimes they absorb more than information. Anyways, let's continue. So that's what I meant. So the fact that he would, say, okay, he was this type of person, and then he showed that he's willing to change or willing to improve. But then again, even though he has been so nice, I felt like I didn't have to worry about where he is really, and I was treated differently compared to the other relationships that I've had. But because of the past relationships, he had a hard time with me.
Mhm.
A very hard time. Yep.
What Marsha said, what? I believe him.
So Marsha said, "A true to life." Yes. He always have a lot of ladies friend around him too,
Hmm.
because he's friendly and he's easy to talk to. If you get to know Andre, you would want to hang around him because he's just chill, right? But for me, sorry guys. Cut those away. Anyways.
So, you want to show them what we're laughing?
Guys, so my cat just brought her colors. Okay, alright. He wants to play. But put back the tissue where you find it.
He
Chunk.
brought the toilet paper from out the toilet. Oh, all right. Anyways, back to the conversation.
Yes.
All right, so I lost my train of thought just now. All right, so guys, what I was saying before, as relates to me, I don't think I carry relationship baggage. I'm not insulting any past relationships. For example, I've had great past relationships where those exes, they were like great people. Even to this day, we might even still be friends. So I would be like, hey, you good? Or if we see each other, it's just, we're just cool. And we make the past stay in the past. As relates to bad relationship, let's say someone hurt me, I look at it as their loss. Why? I'm doing great. I'm okay. And even if I could do, yeah, I can do better, but I'm all right. And maybe they're doing even better in their life, but I have nothing that's holding me back. And it just feels like, okay, they weren't that person for me. And them letting me go allowed me to find Tiola.
Oh, you can. Sure. Well, I guess you look on the positive light, and I think the same way too. Like, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think the same way too. I think they are losing out, or they have lost out. For them, loss. But I think because I don't know if it's only me or it's other females. It's like you feel like when you like somebody, you really like somebody, and when you love somebody, you really, really love someone. And so I guess it depends on how the breakup happened as well,
Mm-hmm.
because some breakups is can lead to trauma, like legit trauma. So I guess that's what happened to me. I was a bit traumatized and puzzled and left in the open, like, okay, what just happened, without no understanding of why it happened. Because babe, you have to be truthful. There are some men out there where them addicted to that, and then boom, like them just
Drop it
drop
tomorrow.
you tomorrow, and you'll be like,
Yeah,
what did
all
I
right.
do?
So I understand that it can affect a person's self-esteem from that point of view, right? As for me as a male, maybe it's because I wasn't that dog type. I was more the person where,
Maybe you were a dog type to somebody, but you just don't know.
I had one situation where I was kind of rude to an ex, and it wasn't rude. It was more like, um, this is not gonna work, and then the relationship was just cut abruptly. But I wouldn't say it created trauma for that person. Well,
Well, you don't
I don't
know.
know,
You don't know. You
right?
don't know the extent of how it affected that person. That's what I'm trying to tell you, males out there. Just give the females clarity, because on this side of the mirror, Andrea's like, I think she'll be fine. When really you don't know if you really affected that girl, that person. You don't know if she stayed months or a few years before going into another relationship just because of what you did. And that's the thing that I'm trying to say to these men out there. Be careful. We are gem. We are delicate, and we don't love because of surface love. We love with our emotion. We love with all of us, like all of our being. So I guess that's why for a female, maybe there are some
Preach
females
to
out there that are not like that, but that's me. You see, if I say I like you, I really like you, and if I love you, I really, really love you, and I invest my everything, my heart, my everything, my time, and my personality, me. Like I give you all of me, right, babe? I'm gonna give you all of me.
Mm.
So imagine you for drop me now. What gonna happen?
And if maybe drop you now,
So-
you have to telephone start ring.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor's friend from India. Hello.
Guys, I actually have a
Taylor
friend
has a
from India.
PayPal friend from India. You would
Big up yourself, Anil, if you're watching this video. Yes.
The point is, if anything should happen to me, Taylor's phone would be ringing.
Yes,
And
my
they would be
sisters,
like-
for one,
Yeah.
you don't even know. You'd have to walk on a dodge, maybe.
Yeah.
Or your parents too.
True.
They
Like,
will really, 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 really scold you for that. But anyways, so that's me. I don't know if other females out there are like that, or you just love partially or like partially. But if I decide that I'm gonna go in a relationship, I always see it as serious. You have a lot of persons who date 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people at the same time. I usually invest my time into a person at a time. I don't know if that makes sense.
all right. So, message
Yeah.
to the young people then. Anyone who is still dating currently, or anyone in general. As a male, it is good for you to basically, I'm not saying shop around or look around, but while you're looking for that person who you want to spend the rest of your life with, be open with that person.
Yes.
Communication is key.
Right.
Let them know that, say, hey,
You're
I like
dating
you,
some other people.
but I am also open to other relationship. If they understand that, then sure, do you. But if you are moving towards a person as a boyfriend and then they don't know that you're actually looking outside, when they do find out, it will become a major problem.
Yeah.
And that's when you create that trauma, or you start to hurt that person, and they start to resent you,
Yes.
right?
Because they started to become so invested,
Yeah.
and they probably start see you as their baby daddy and everything.
Exactly,
and
because-
going down the aisle.
Most females, when they see a guy, I guess what you say, they planned out their life, right? They're like, okay, we can live here, we can get married here. This is how many kids they want. While you're like, I'm wondering which underwear I'm wearing tomorrow, right? But that's a guy. I wouldn't say most males plan forward that much. For me, I was just in the moment, and if you were there with me for that moment, we would have a blast. We would have a great time. I would treat you well. But if we did break up, I'm sorry, but out of sight, out of mind, I
Yes.
moved on and I'm not looking back.
Yeah.
But for any exes watching this video, if I have hurt you in any way, I am so sorry, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm actually mean it. So if I hurt you, I'm sorry. And Tila, if you hurt anyone,
Man, I hurt nobody.
Tila, sure.
I hurt nobody.
Well, my wife is sure that she didn't hurt
I didn't
anyone.
hurt
I am
anybody.
sorry if I hurt you, and I hope that you have found someone who can make your life amazing, right?
And what is meant to be
Yes.
is to be. So it wasn't meant to be, obviously.
And-
And I guess it's a part of the learning process and also the growth process. And sometimes we have to feel in order to learn.
And-
So I guess,
And also, girls, don't be too hard on some of these guys. Why? Because their maturity level may not be on the same level as yours. Like, for example, when I was 21, never not going up there, so still. Like, I was not ready for
Yes.
a long-term relationship. From 16 to 21, I was just having fun. I was in university. I was just trying to get to know people. I was also trying to know myself. So if you knew me within that time period, it wasn't the best time.
You were dating a boy. You were talking to a boy at that time.
Yeah. I think there's a question.
So Antoinette is asking me, how do you deal with your hobby's friendliness? Antoinette, that's
Very, very
very
good
good
question.
Girl, we're coming from far. It wasn't easy for me because, as I say, when I saw all of the females around him, flocking him, and then at NCU, where the school, at college, at university that we used to go to, he was a part of USM, and that make it worse. He made a lot of female friends, and female that just want for their own him. Even like my classmates, everybody just wanted to be Andre's friend. But I told him that at the time, it's not that I didn't trust him too. I just didn't trust some of the females. Because when he was saying that, no, Tiola, don't look at it like that. We're just friends. Like, she's just chill. Like, we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, what comic, Korean
Korean
drama.
drama. Oh, I'm a K drama fanatic, right?
Yes.
So I normally draw females in like that. So that we're just close friends.
You were there?
No, no, no. All right, so correction.
I don't really draw females in like that.
I am a serious K drama fanatic. So most females actually love K drama, and we have great conversations about K drama. So that's one of the reasons why females are
Yeah.
normally around me.
Yeah, so how I deal with it is we discuss boundaries. For instance, like when I met him over his apartment, he usually have a lot of female friend that visits. Not only him, but like maybe his housemate would have a female friend or a friend of a friend or a friend of a friend of a friend. So usually I let him know how I feel about it, and if I find out that there's a female still hanging around so late in the night, I allow him to know how I feel about it, because of course there are some friends who they're like classmates. Like a lot of his friends that he hung around, they were actual classmates, or they were interested in computer together or
Games.
game, and it was like a big apartment with other guys, and then their friends would come over. So I would just let him know that as long as I don't sleep there and stuff, because we've been coming from far with that topic as well. Even though he's not doing anything with them, it just I just don't rest well knowing that other females is at his house sleeping while I'm over my house. You understand? So I allow him to have his friends, but I also told him that there was an incident that happened where he likes to compliment people. He likes to compliment females, and I guess this is when he learned
I did.
the lesson of what I was trying
That was
to
a
say.
very hard lesson.
Because even though he's friendly and he's seen them as friends, because he has sisters, so he would treat them like sisters, right? And he's very nice. If you meet him, he's very nice. There might be females who overthink it, and they may think that, oh, I think, they take niceness for something else, and then you might have some females who use it as an opportunity to put themselves onto him. So I was just explaining to him over and over that just be careful. So he didn't learn until he was complimenting a friend, and then the friend let me know that um she thinks that he likes her. And I said, why? Because for example, he complimented her hair, for example. And I'm like, Andre likes hair. Like, if he sees you and your hair looks nice, he's gonna say, oh wow, your hair looks nice, because both of us were complimenters.
That lady we saw yesterday, her shoes was really cool.
Which lady we see? Oh yes,
Yeah.
like for example, we would see someone and we're like, oh, her shoes cutie, and then Andre would be like, your shoes is cute. For
I said, "I
example,
see
that
you."
happened yesterday.
Yeah.
But some girls, some females would think that, oh, maybe this is a way that, we can get closer, or because he complimented me, that means he likes me, or that means he's cheating on Tiola with me. So that's something that actually happened. And that's how he actually learned. So um I didn't really explain to him well, but he had to experience it in order to feel it, and then that's when he learned.
Yeah, I was embarrassed. So I guess I'm not gonna say most females. There are some females out there. Keep in mind, this is not an insult, but there are some females out there that they do not know how to take a compliment without thinking that there's an ulterior motive
Yeah.
behind it. For example, if I see that you went to the hairdresser, you did you to come out looking your best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you did all that just to just walk and no
Yeah.
one to see you. So if I see a person putting out the effort to look exceptional, I will turn and say, big up
You're
yourself,
right, me, I
right?
could
I would say, hey, big up yourself. I like the
Yes.
hair, I like the shoes, and also the bag is awesome. Like it's a good look,
Mm-hmm. It's just depend on how long
right?
you press on
But
it.
it's not
You know
like
what I
I'm like,
mean?
hey,
Yeah, or
I like your
so
eyes.
can I get your number? I would
I
like to see you
never,
again after
yeah,
that
but
and stuff like that. So
but
it's okay for you can't spoil his personality because that's his personality, but you have to set up boundary to know
mm,
that you can't say, oh Tila, I'm in the mall with Ching Chang. Who is Ching Chang? I didn't know who is Ching. Oh, you remember the girl that I'm no, like it's gonna cause a problem. Communication too. So
mm-hmm. Yeah.
yes.
So when I started to
Yeah.
do those compliments, like everyone was good with it, but there was a particular girl and
Yeah.
other girls that was thinking that, oh, I think your boyfriend is into me
Yeah.
because he always
Compliment me out right
compliments my
here.
hair. So I'm like,
No, and they just love jet black fluffy hair.
okay,
Point
all
blank.
right. So this is where, all right. I also had this other behavior where I could understand that being weird. I'm from a family of huggers, and my family is very loving, right? So we're the type to say we love you like after we leave, we're like, all right, bye, love you, or something along that line, or just we're just all about contact. So when I see a friend, when I greet them, is
Oh
either
yes, the
yeah,
hugging.
it's a hug.
Oh
So I normally greet with a hug, right? So I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And that's it, right? I mostly maintain eye contact also, which apparently is a bad thing. So if I look at you like, what's up?
oh my
That was an
god.
issue too. So I had to decrease my eye contact. I had to go from
Don't make it
a
look like
normal
a me
hug
do
to
that, you
side.
know.
It wasn't Tiola. It's just that I realized that over time that my niceness or
Yes.
the way I interact with people may be
Yeah.
miscommunicated.
Andrea was a hugger.
Hmm.
I would say it was because I
I was
taught him that
I
you can't go
was a
around and
big
just hug
hugger.
everybody like that.
If I
Like
meet you,
yeah.
it's a big hug, but apparently it's not.
For me, I no no. That is my other imagine other.
Yeah.
And that's a baggage. So I was the
So
one with the
I'm
baggage. Me, I'm like, you make the girl rub too close to you. Like that's all I was
Taylor
saying.
was saying that. Taylor was
That's
like,
all I
Andre,
was
you're like
saying.
six
No,
foot,
never, never.
right? You're too tall to be hugging girls like that. So I'm
Yes.
like, what are you talking
Yes.
about? She's like, maintain some space. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. You have church hug. You have friendly hug. You have couples hug, and what other hug?
The side one.
Yeah, you have side hug. Hello. But you can't be doing like front hug with no. I don't.
Yeah. So
Mm-mm.
Taylor
Maybe
did
me just overly.
yeah, Taylor did communicate to me
No,
exactly how
just
she
the
felt
way.
about the friendliness and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but I did not really learn until it became a situation where I had to actually stop and adjusted my
Not
character.
really stop completely because if you have your close friends like Roche and stuff and they come and you don't haven't seen them in a
Oh
while or
yeah,
stuff,
I guess.
sure.
Yeah, but that's
But you're
different.
gonna be on campus and hugging
Oh,
every minute you see that girl.
and the next thing I do, or so this is for the males out there. If you have a female friend that you actually appreciate and you don't want to lose her out of your circle, introduce her to your wife. Introduce her to your girlfriend.
But you know I lose her out here. I joke. Guys, that's how I am. I'm not gonna hide it, but I think it's just because of, as I say, and
If you have a close female friend that you don't want it to look weird, introduce her to your wife or girlfriend and just say, hey, this is such and such, and she's one of the dudes or she's one of the guys, right?
Don't
So
call the girl a guy, but yeah.
I have a friend
I
that
get what you
she's
mean.
like a dude, right?
Yes.
Right? So when she's around,
She's here.
exactly.
So guys, and the next thing too, I wasn't really like I'm from a family that we love
Baggage.
each other and everything. No, not really that. But Andrea is from a huggy family that they hug a lot. My family we don't hug so much. So when Andrea is like hugging everybody, Andrea is a hugger. Andrea will hug my sister, everybody. I think it has lessened because of me. My fault. Me not like my fault. But yeah, he's from a family that verbalized love you la la la, and then he has sisters and he treats them the same way. He hugs his sister, and my family is a little bit different, or love language is a bit different, so I wasn't used to it. I'm like, oh, you love hugs, so oh, you just love.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's with touches.
yeah.
They touch too much.
But Antoinette, I think also you have to work on you, and you have to trust your partner, and you have to work on your insecurity if you have any insecurities. It's not that you're not going to be cautious, but know that okay, this is his personality, and you have to be trusting towards him as well, so that that can help you cope, and also discuss the boundaries.
Yeah,
So,
and just to add to that note also, the way you communicate to your partner or boyfriend or yeah, overall, it depends on your delivery. Don't just be a nag and just say, "Hey, I don't like seeing you around X. I don't like you doing this."
mhm,
Just say, "Hey, um, you being around this person makes me feel slightly insecure, right? Because maybe I don't know her, or just the
yeah,
way
not knowing a person that have a lot to
yeah,
do.
just the
Yes,
way she interacts with you seems a bit off to me,
right.
right? So it's up to you to provide that environment for her to feel comforted to say, oh, it's not an issue. Because,
Yeah.
for example, if you saw me on the phone with Shanique, right?
Yeah,
Or
not feel no
Jovi,
way
you don't
again. Like
care,
maybe initially when I
right?
just met them and I didn't know
Yeah.
her, I would feel away when they hear say, "Oh, Shanique, away,
Or
bro."
Roche,
Yeah,
or so
yeah.
because Taylor is now friends, I think Roche prefers Taylor over me anyway.
Yes, of
So
course.
Roche is we have a friend by the name of Roche, right? Roche is my friend, but apparently she's more
Yes,
Taylor's friend now, right?
yes.
Roche is always in her corner versus mine,
Of
and
course.
that's what I meant.
Women power.
Provide that environment so that everyone is comfortable, and I think it
Yeah.
works the same way for guys too, right? Taylor has a friend, as I said, in India for about 10 years now, right? And I do not get it, but it's cool. I'm
Yeah.
okay with
And we
it,
don't
right?
talk every day. We just say check in one and
And
two time. It's like a pen pal.
yeah, and don't do
But we don't
this.
stay up
Don't do
late in
this.
the night.
You
What's
see that? So you're texting, and then you're look.
Oh, okay.
So don't do anything that just looks suspicious. Just create transparency. The person's not gonna read your message unless you do the slant.
Yes.
You get me?
I have a next topic that I want to discuss, but next time we'll discuss the topic that you mentioned that. So somebody actually asked Mr. King, Kirtland King, he asked, by the way, should men or gentlemen stop complimenting girls, ladies and women? No.
No,
Complimenting is good.
cause I do know that women do appreciate it, but
Yeah.
don't be a creep with it.
Yeah,
Right? Don't you can be
prolong.
like, hey, I like your shoes. It goes well with your bag. You look great.
Or
Do
you
you?
look wonderful
right?
today.
But don't be like,
Yeah.
oh.
Let it, Mr. King, over to that.
Mr. King, don't look at a girl and be
That's
like,
Curry's father.
Mm. okay, yeah, step one more time. Okay, you get what I mean? So when you do, don't be a creep with it.
Yes.
Just be
I
polite.
try not to do it every single minute or every
Yeah.
time you see that person. Just let them know that, oh, you're looking lovely today at church.
Yeah.
And I think your shoes complement your dress very well. But then you have some persons who be like, so
There you go.
can we get to see each other more? I would like to see you more. So we can get a number? Like I think it's the
Yeah, it's the level. So just be surface with it. Just say, hey, I like your style. Do you?
Yes, Daniel Rocha, baby.
Yeah, no matter.
Brownie.
That's a no. So don't do the psst. That doesn't
Yeah,
work, right?
yeah.
The first thing, the psst. Sorry, it's vulgar.
And
It's very
I
vulgar.
think it's a culture thing too, because you see up here in Canada, you get one they feel ugly. Because
No.
nobody don't walk out. I don't think they think that complimenting, like what, maybe if you go bar or whatnot, I don't know, because I've never been to a bar here.
No,
But
they
you can
stare.
be, they might look,
They stare like
but you're
crazy.
not getting nothing. You can look good, but they ain't gonna say anything.
No, I get
Jamaica
compliments.
now. Alright, ugly then.
The males here, I think I
Mr.
don't.
Angela, I get compliment.
The males here, I don't think they're as confident, and I don't think there's anything wrong with confidence.
Yes.
If you see someone that looks nice, just say, "Hey, you look great." Like yesterday when we saw that lady, her shoes was different.
Yeah,
I
it was
we've
nice.
never seen.
I was
Do,
like, Andrea, look on her
yeah,
shoes,
we've
she's
never
nice.
seen that
Yeah.
type of shoes in that color, and we were like, "Whoa!"
Andres was the one that said, "Hey,
I
I like
waved,
your
yeah, I
shoes."
waved her down. I was like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
pointed at the shoes, and I was like,
And then she was like, "Oh, thank you."
right, and she was happy. I think that made her day, right?
Yeah.
So just to answer your question, Mr. King, keep it surface level. Don't be a creep, and just I won't. Complimenting isn't a bad thing. I think most people appreciate it.
And Rochelle, hi Rochelle, welcome. She said so thorough. Us females are more attached emotional creatures when we like, we really, that's what I was trying to explain. So I guess that's me. You might have some females that are not that way, but that's me.
It may. Would you say it's
Yeah.
up to the parent to educate that young person of the difference in culture as it relates
Yeah.
to dating?
Yeah.
So, anyone who has a young child, I would say, communicate to your girl to say, men and women may be different as it relates to how they perceive love or like in the first few years, or let's say when they're 14 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
The females might have a bigger grasp and understanding as it relates to how they see that person and how they see the relationship versus the male. They're just maybe just going by, right? I'm not saying that there aren't males out there who aren't mature and can actually build a proper relationship, but be open to the fact that it can happen that that person might break your heart,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if it did cause you any baggage, I'm sorry, and I hope you can heal from it.
Okay, so Obioma Lily Roxy, she has a different opinion. She said, with complimenting ladies, I don't like my husband giving compliments to other ladies, just like I feel uncomfortable getting compliments from other men.
Why though?
Why you feel uncomfortable?
And that's
I guess it's the way in which they do it. Like if they say, "Oh, Taylor, you're looking nice," and then left it there, I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
no, but
You know,
isn't that a
but
form of baggage also?
maybe why do you feel uncomfortable getting compliments? I like to drop off.
No.
Oh. why do you
Say that
feel,
book, book in nine
why do you
books.
feel uncomfortable getting compliments from other men? Because I can feel uncomfortable as well getting compliments from other men, but it depends on how they do it. Like I can sense that, all right, this compliment not really so safe.
It depends
you know?
on the type of compliments.
Yeah.
And for example, you're not gonna. Don't get me wrong. If Till and I are in a situation together, let's say we're on a date, I'm not gonna embarrass my wife and then just turn to a lady and say such and such.
Yeah.
I know where our levels are, and if
Yeah.
I see something cool, Tila's gonna also say, "Hey, look at her," and
Yeah,
we're gonna be in sync.
Yeah, because I like
ensure-
to compliment and Andre
Yeah.
like to so if I see you Obioma and I say, Obioma, you look nice, I was like, Andre, she look nice, and then you like,
Yeah.
she look nice. I ain't gonna feel anyway.
Like
Yeah.
we actually saw a girl with this jacket, right?
Yeah.
And we were
This
in
one?
yeah we
Okay.
saw a girl with this jacket, and we were like, "Hey, that jacket looks awesome, where did you get it?" And she was like, she got it from the store up there. And we went to that store, we didn't find it, but we really liked that jacket. We complimented her on her jacket.
Oh,
and
actually, I sent Andre to stop her and ask her where
Yeah.
she bought it. Me send him, and Andre was like, "Oh, I really," because I
Yeah.
couldn't reach him fast enough.
so
Andre
I
said,
ran down the girl.
I
I was
really
like, "I
like
like your jacket.
Yeah.
Can you tell me where you got it from?" Right? It looks
Yes.
really nice on you.
and
and-
you want to get it for your
Yeah.
wife.
And I didn't know the name,
Yeah.
so we were like, "Oh, it's a teddy bear jacket." And then we went to the store,
Yeah.
couldn't find it. But I would say, back to the question.
Yeah. Well, it depends on your comfort level, but I think it has to do with the past, like experiences, trauma, and also culture. Because I remember back home when I walk on the road, I couldn't walk on the road in peace. Psst, brownie. That I guess it's the level in which watch her act like she not see me. I call her so she pretty. Go on, man, you know about pretty again.
When you walk up the hill, everything must firm.
Okay, alright. Yeah, like those
That's-
type of compliment is weird. But if you're in a formal setting, I'm like, Hello, Andre. Hello, Theola. You both are looking really good.
Mhm.
Alright, yeah, we've been in an instance like that where we're at church and we, as young people, there are other young couples who will compliment each other and say, "Oh, you look really nice," or, Theola, I like your hair. Whatever you did to your hair, and we just say, "Oh, thanks," and But I guess it has to do with you, and yeah.
But everyone is entitled to their own opinion, right?
Mm,
That's just
yes,
ours,
of
and we
course.
understand yours too, right? If you're not okay with doing the compliments, that's good.
Yes.
But for us, yeah, for us, we don't
Right.
find a problem with it. Just don't be creepy, and keep it surface level.
Right. And Rochelle said, I hate the Pete. I hate that too. I don't like it. And Daniel Roche said, I believe you should always let people know when they look and smell good. Yes, that's me. Because if I see a young lady looking good on the street, I'm going to say, "Hi, you look very good, by the way." And then I'll just walk off. You can
Mhm.
make that person day. Like, not that she was feeling insecure about herself or anything. Maybe she was having a bad day, and sometimes we don't see our own reflection. Sometimes other people have to show us our reflection, if you know what I mean. Like, you have having a bad day and somebody compliment you and say, "Oh, I love your smile, keep it up."
That's actually a
Or
personality thing.
yeah,
It's called the mirror effect or
mirror
something,
effect.
or
Then
something like
you're
that.
gonna feel
Yeah.
more. If you were having a bad day, you might never know. You might make that person forget that. Okay. Or for example, they probably don't think that they look their best that day, and they're feeling very sensitive about it or awkward about it. And then when you go on the road, you're like, "I like your dress. You
Hmm.
look very nice. Have a good day." And you move on. You might actually make that person step up more confident or in more confidence. You know what I mean? So, and if somebody walk by you and the perfume that they have on smell really good, you'll be like, "Your perfume smell really,
I did,
really
yeah, that
good. What
happened.
kind of perfume you have on?" If you don't mind me asking, what kind of perfume? I guess it's the way in which you compliment or
Yeah,
which you
this
ask.
dude was passing
Yeah.
us one day, I think, when we were at school, and he walked past us, and the guy passed, and he was down there, and
This
every
specific
person
cologne.
turned around, and we were like, "Bruh," and we asked him, we were like, "We want that scent,
Scent.
right?"
Yes.
So it was good.
Yes.
I had something important. I missed it.
All right. So while you think about what you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
so Mr. King said, in general, every person has some kind of fault or weakness. I always try not to highlight faults in individuals. Everyone is
Very
beautiful
good.
in her own way.
That's
Yes.
very good. Very good,
Yes.
Mr. King.
It's better you compliment than tell the person that they look bad. Because if you don't have nothing good to say, just don't say it. So it's
You
always
don't have to
easier to
embarrass the
compliment
person.
somebody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if it's like hygiene, like that's a different topic. You know what you're gonna do. You ain't gonna be around the person and know that something is wrong. You're gonna pull the person one aside and explain to them. Sometimes they might get upset or whatever, but at least you did your best to tell them. But if someone look nice and smell good, and if you need to ask a question about, for example, hair, if I see somebody with their hairstyle done a particular way, I'm gonna stop them and ask them and compliment them and say, "Oh, where did you get your hair done? If you don't mind me
Mm-hmm.
asking." Yeah, because some person might not want to tell details about where they get their stuff. You're right. Or maybe we come off as too much, but that's just Andrea and I opinion, by the way, guys.
Once again, it's our opinion. It's not facts. It's just saying we're just saying, hey,
Yes.
yeah.
And Tasherie Smith, welcome, girl. You know, some Jamaicans had the weirdest talk. Some of what they say is compliment, is definitely not. That's what I was saying. So maybe it's like trauma. Like, you can traumatize based on how most Jamaican men compliment, especially when they're on the street. Dig out them hand me go with ganja. So from my memory, that's my most bad experience with them,
Mm-hmm.
worst experience with them. Like, I always try to hurry up and walk go home, because you know them I go try to walk beside you, girl. You know, so you're brown and you're pretty and you're walking with me. I'm going to my home. Why are you walking beside me? You tell me that I look nice. Thank you. Then bye. Okay. So I guess that's when you might get really, really uncomfortable.
Oh, I remember now. It came back. Complimenting a person when they're with their partner can actually be a good thing. Because yesterday we were at the store and someone complimented Tila's hair, and this was me in the background.
When that?
You were at Sally's, and the lady was saying I was just like looking at your hair. I love it. And all that
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
right? So if someone compliments your partner in the right way, it's a compliment on you. That means maybe you're doing something well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if someone says Taylor looks great, I'm like, yeah, she does, right?
Right.
So it makes me feel good that people acknowledge that, okay, Taylor looks great, or this
I
looks
see
great,
he remember and I did.
right? So that's the next thing. So switching over to, are we switching over now
Alright.
to
So I'm
financial?
just gonna read
Ready?
this one thing that Mr.
Mr. King?
Mr. King said it would be wonderful to have a natural, genuine persona so that you feel free to exercise good manners. Hi, how are you? I like your smile. Yes, that's what we mean. That's our opinion again.
Mhm.
Oh, but what if it was a man, Andre? That's a question from Marsha Dean.
Yeah, me no issue.
Yeah,
You
it
mean me
depends.
complimenting a male or Taylor
No, a
complimenting a
male.
male?
Oh yeah, is it a male complimenting Andre or a male complimenting me?
So let's start with the male.
Yeah.
I saw a dude and I was like, yo, this dude here is so sharp. I need the barber's number now. And we stopped the youth and I was like, hey, where did you get your haircut? And he's like, GQ. By the way, GQ Barbershop, you're awesome. Big up on yourself. And that's the way it works. I saw this guy with a jacket. My coworker, he had on the moose knuckle jacket. The guy stepped in the
Andre's
office.
dream jacket.
My coworker came to work and he put on this moose knuckle jacket, and the guy stepped through the door, and I, I could feel the wealth pouring off the dude, and I was like, wow, where did you get that jacket, dude? It looks amazing. It's like, I wouldn't buy this, but my girlfriend bought it for me, like 2 paychecks. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I like it. And he's like, yeah, look at the material, and we were legit, like no homo. It was just very clean, and I love the jacket, and to this day, I want it, and I will buy that jacket, right?
So
So I
what
said,
about a man complimenting me now?
as long as he does it in a decent way where he's not being a perv. For example, we're walking together, and he looks at me, and he's like, he would maybe look at me. I'd prefer him to look at me and say, hey, your girl looks amazing, or he can say, hey, she looks amazing, or look at both of
So
us,
why you can't
acknowledge.
tell me while
Um,
you're there?
It depends. It depends on his delivery. It all depends on the delivery. So if he comes off genuinely just complimenting Taylor, no problem. But if you're trying to be disrespectful, you'll get checked.
Like
Right?
one time when we were in Jamaica, what the guy did say again? Um, what is it? What the guy did? Most Jamaican men compliment female. Like those ones who
Yeah,
don't
feed
have.
her good man.
No,
Huh?
I know that to say. What is it? Yeah, I make sure I say I have money for.
Oh yes, we were at a hotel. We were at a hotel in Montego Bay,
He was like, oh,
and they were
yeah.
like, "Yo, that you the most money you have, you know, most money
No,
you
he
have."
compliment me and say you look good, and then he turned to Andrea and say, "How much money Andrea
Yeah.
have or something?" I'm like, no.
So because of where we were, I understood that that was the culture,
Mhm.
and I knew it was a compliment. So he was saying
Yeah.
Taylor looks
So we
great,
laugh about
but
it.
apparently was saying the only reason she was with me,
With me,
is because
because
I have money. So she wouldn't be with me in no other scenario
Come to
unless
$1 million apparently.
yeah, Taylor looked amazing that day, and the guy was coming off saying, yeah, she looked good, but say your pocket
Yes.
because your pocket tall. But
Alright.
it was just being funny.
Alright guys, so that compliment topic was sweet and nice and saucy, but we have to continue with our baggage.
Yeah.
We have to move on to family baggage. So we spoke about relationship baggage, and we touched a little bit on trauma. Did we really go into trauma though?
No, but trauma is
But
across
trauma is across,
yeah.
because if you have a bad past, you probably won't go in another relationship, you probably won't take another relationship serious, or you probably just give your current partner a lot of problem
Oh no,
because of trauma.
he wasn't rank. I was broke. So I felt good because he thought I had money. I didn't have any. I was broke, right? That day I was legit going. I got a free pass to the hotel, and I was broke. So when he said that I had money, I felt good.
Yes.
So I was okay. Going
Family baggage then.
family baggage. So
What would be family baggage now? So,
Um, I guess it's the evil stepmother or
oh
the.
yes,
Mhm.
family baggage. So you know, like when you have a relationship and then you would have
Too
maybe
much
the
voices, too many opinions, the mommy's boy, stuff along that line.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and then you would have the the most popular. You would have the mother-in-law against the wife and stuff like that. And you know, this topic we could go really, really
Mm-hmm.
deep into it.
Me at the house,
Yes.
stone show, just last a draw. The brother not so bad night up with the grandma. You know what I'm saying?
What,
But I war
Andre?
between me and the
We are
mother-in-law.
gone. Let's come back on
Me at
the.
the house, stone
Babe,
show, last
nobody
a
don't know
draw.
your song.
Who knows that song?
Anyways, so guys, Andre zone out again. So the family baggage could be like, you know, when you have a relationship, especially your marriage, family can actually, what do you call it, ruin or contribute to
Relationship failing. And
your marriage failing,
mm-hmm.
right? So I know a lot of cases where marriage couples, they include the other side
Married.
of their family. Married couples,
Yeah.
they include the other side of the family a little bit too much in their marriage, and then so the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the sister, the brother, so the uncle, auntie probably have too much opinion
Mm-hmm.
within the marriage, or they probably put down the partner, put down the husband or the wife, and then they can form conflicts that way. And yeah, so that can legit cause a whole lot of problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
For let's use a scenario. Let's say I'm a mommy's boy, right? So in other words, I do not make. Oh, I have a perfect scenario. It's not my story, but it's a friend's story. Friend, I thank you so much for allowing me to use your story.
You never
Um,
ask the person, don't call no name.
exactly. But friend, thank you so much for allowing me to use your story. I'm gonna use your story. So I had a friend, and she was with this gentleman, and they were getting really close, but then the guy, he was very close with his mom. His mom was close to the point where I need to see who you're going to talk to if you're going to make this girl your girlfriend. So he introduced her to the girl, and they met, they had dinner. After walking away, the mother then said to the boy, all right, start your relationship with her. She seems cool, but you have to be careful as it relates to your finances. Do not spend any money on her yet until you understand such. And I get that. Your mom is just trying to help you, right? But then it get to the point where the mom called again and said, um, she asked you for to help her with this. Okay, I don't think that you should do that with her. And he said, all right, no problem. But then, as they're progressing, the mom started to become that middleman. So the guy could not the guy could not make any decision unless his mom gave the okay. And he made it obvious to the girlfriend that, okay, this was the scenario. So in the end, the guy then wrote a list and said, based on what my mom said, and also what I agree with. These are the reasons why we have to break up. Yes, he wrote a list. And
Mm-mm.
yeah, he wrote a list of
My gosh.
why, and it was all financial. Keep in mind, the
Mm-hmm.
girl did not ask him for any cash,
Mm-hmm.
but that was the case. And because of that, they broke up. But they broke up mainly because of the mom's involvement.
A1 reader says something wrong with that boy.
No, all right, no. The thing about it is this, right? The guy, his mom was all he had, and I understand
Yeah,
mommy's
he's
boys,
close
right?
to his.
He's close to his mom. He's not. He's very smart, but as it relates to maneuvering the world, he wasn't the best person. So his mom was there
He
to
didn't
help.
have a mind of his own.
Yeah, his mom was that person to help him drive. But the thing about it is that when you're in a relationship, if it's you, that person, and then someone else, it becomes a problem. So I would say, sure, you can get your mom's guidance, but you need to take up the mantle or take up that responsibility and learn for yourself. Because of that mom, he lost his relationship and it became a major baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, right now that's a trauma for that young lady and any
Mm-hmm.
any person she's talking to, if the mom is present,
Yeah, she's gonna be
She
dealing.
feels, she gets nervous,
Yeah.
right? So you have to be careful with these things, because right now that young lady is traumatized by that guy, and any person she's talking to, if the mom is dead, she's happy.
Yeah,
So,
that's
which is messed up,
really.
but it's true, right? So you have to be careful with these things. And even for us, right, it took Tila some time to get to know my family, and initially they weren't as close as they are now, right? You remember those days? Some of the
Well,
family,
yeah.
right? So at that time, Tila was not as close to my family, and there was some issues there.
Yes.
Yeah, there was some issues there, and it
Which we look over now and it's all gone. But
yeah.
since we touch on it, I had a little bit of the family baggage as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, guys are not gonna hear this no, but I actually give a Andre a ring because of that. Like when he proposed to me, I actually gave him back because I said go, and it's not to like what do you call it now? It's not to stir up anything because it's forgotten and whatever. But I was like, okay, go and
Mm-hmm.
propose to your or get married to your family then, because we
And
were planning wedding between me and Andre, and there were too much opinions.
all right, so yeah, that was a big thing. So
Yeah,
when it
so
comes,
yeah,
so let's talk on that.
I don't want to go too deep on
When
it because it's overlooked
the
too
wedding
far.
day is
Yeah.
our planning a wedding is one of the most complicated situations. Why? Because everyone wants to give their own opinion,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Tiola's family had their vision of what the wedding should be. My
Mm-hmm.
family had an opinion as relates to what the wedding
What it
should
should
be.
be,
And
yes.
yes, we could have merged those two ideas and created something beautiful, which is basically no, we didn't do that. So what we did is that we took the opinion of Taylor's family, we took the opinion of my family, and we put them together and we threw them outside, right?
We never really throw them outside.
They were
Like we
gone.
took a few, but we didn't
We took nothing.
involve them too much
Yeah,
because you don't want to end up having a wedding for them and
exactly.
not for yourself.
But this is what we did, right? Initially, there was a lot of opinions, and Tiola felt flustered. And after communicating, we basically came up with a solution. And then from there, we decided to accept maybe one and two traditions from our
Yeah.
families that they would like to see. For example, my mom really wanted us to use her wine glasses. I didn't
And
get
me
it.
use it, and me like it, and
Yeah,
me use
I
it.
didn't get it, but that was very sentimental to my mom.
Yes.
And I was like, bring your wine glasses, we will use them.
I
And
loved it.
that's what she wanted.
And it had flowers on it and it was well decorated.
Yeah, she
Yes.
wanted us to use that, so we ensured that we used that. And once I said, okay, I'll do that, my mom was happy.
Yes.
And we did the same for
Well, my mother did what? No, my no, my my mom did what again? My mom wanted everyone to dress in blue. I think she wanted the color coordination.
Oh, between the family?
Between
Oh, yes.
and between her and
Yeah, and we made that
Andre's
happen.
mom.
So my mom and her mom came in blue, and our dads came in
Blue.
yeah, blue
Something
too.
blue.
Something blue. And it worked out,
Yes.
right? But initially, we had that baggage where we had to deal with a lot of opinions, and Tila was upset. She gave back the ring. She basically, okay, go
Andrea
plan
have
the
it rough.
family, plan the family,
People must have
plan the
said,
wedding with your
"Why?
family.
Andrea have it rough with Tiola." Yes, I'm. I don't.
Yeah,
What word they used to describe me, Bill?
bitter.
No, I wasn't bitter. But anyway,
Tila is a lovely, lovely human being. Anyways, keep going.
what you just say?
No, no.
So Mr. King said some mothers are overprotective of their sons and overcritical of the female choices they make. You hit the nail on the head.
Oh,
However, genuine people love when you are awakened. What? Can overcome all odds.
mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. King, you hit the nail on the head right there because um it's like, for example, when you that goes on to where after you're married, that's why it's advised not to really live in the parents' home as well because they're seeing too much. You're gonna be like, oh no, cook the food this way, do this way when you have your baby now. No, don't bathe him.
Mm.
Like
Andre does
don't
not like
feed
that
him
much
that.
salt in his food.
Don't yes.
Andre doesn't drink that.
Right. So even though they're trying to be helpful or they're trying to help out and
Mhm.
everything, you don't allow the new couple or the couple to figure out things for themselves. You understand? And it's sometimes overstepping boundaries as well, and also make the couple, the wife also feel like they're not doing a good job, or they don't love the son well enough, or they don't not raising their child well enough. So, that's something that grandparents tend to do as well. Dictate how to grow the child, which it takes a village to raise a child, but sometimes it can be overstepping and it can be overwhelming, especially if it's a couple who just had a baby or they just got married or they're gonna have a wedding. So it can be flustering for that person.
What's that next question? So I see
Oh.
somewhere.
So Marsha Dean said, yes, sir, King. Well said. A happy medium is nice. Good to avoid extremism. That's right, Mr. King. Marsha Dean said, trust me, I saw my son like it. I know. Me know him. It's true. Marsha Dean said, trust me. And I saw my son like it. I know me know him, Of course we know it's not no you know him because you birthed him,
So
right?
this is a advice for my mom. I love your cooking, but if you should cook for me today, I may not like the same
Stop.
food. No, I'm no, this is real. The thing about it is that parents need to understand that you had them from maybe they're like 1 to 16 or 18,
Mhm.
but I left my house from I was 18 years old, and I've only visited back home. It's nostalgic to taste my mom's food, but my
Gotcha.
preference today is different,
Mhm.
right? I appreciate
Love Taylor
anything
salty
she cooks,
food.
but my mom can't say Andre prefers this, Andre likes this, which she
Yes.
won't, because my
Because
mom.
there's a lot
yeah.
of things when I met Andre, there's a lot of things that he never used to eat when he
Yeah.
now. Callaloo, avocados, oats, a lot of things.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, vegetable on a whole. Like I've converted him.
And keep in mind, I'm not saying that I don't like my mom's food, right? I'm just saying my
Yeah.
taste today is different. So as it relates to family baggage, meet in the middle, communicate, let your partner know how you feel, and be understanding to your partner and say, hey, um, maybe I get what you mean, but we can't get rid of my mom or get rid of my dad, but maybe we can come to a form of compromise,
Mhm.
and then this is what we can do,
Yeah.
right?
And MRJM said, if you answer them, like if you go to the mother that Jamaican parents said, you turn man now. You think because you turn man now, you can't.
All right, so my mom, I would,
That's
I would,
true.
of course, you're not gonna embarrass your parents, right? But let them know that the woman of this house is my wife, right? If Tiola is okay with you doing that, do you? But hear what she has to say, right? Don't just step over her or talk over her, because the respect is still due,
Yes.
right? We're not gonna embarrass you. We expect the same.
Mhm.
And I get that's kind of hard for maybe Jamaican parents, but still vocalize it.
Hi, Sanya Dookie. It's nice to see you. Just
Sanya.
for a few minutes.
Well, go
But
on.
that's okay. You can watch the full live afterwards.
Uh,
So, Mr. King also said that, which I really agree with this. You must allow young people to explore and carve out the world for themselves. It's true. I agree.
True. We appreciate the guidance,
Yes.
but allow me to fall somewhat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not really fall too hard
Yeah.
to hurt ourselves, but allow us to think, allow us to breathe. Yes, and I guess family baggage could even go deeper than that as well. But we haven't touched on what we didn't touch on, financial baggage.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, we can
Yes.
switch over to that now. I think we've cleared
Yes.
up that. All right, so going into
And
financial.
remember, if you know about any other type of baggage, in relationship, please
Comment it.
comment it below because we didn't really think up of every pointers and every topic that we
And
must
and
say.
also, if you haven't
Yeah.
subscribed to us yet, please
And like
subscribe.
up the live, guys. I see that 20 people are here, and I only see 15 thumbs up. So five more people.
Taylor, watch the thumbs.
Of course, guys, when you do that, it actually helps us. It helps our videos. It helps YouTube to say that, hey, people are watching our video, they're interested, so they'll push out our videos, and you'll help us to grow. You'll grow with us, and we'll be so happy for that and appreciative. And thank you.
All right, now switching over to financial baggage. This area is so wide, but we're gonna focus on a few things. Um, I think I was looking at a friend situation, right? Once again, friend, thank you so much for allowing me to use your
Why?
story.
Yeah, use the friend again. No, sir.
Different friend this time.
Oh,
Friends, that's why you're in my life, right? You made my life fun, right? I'm living vicariously through you somewhat. So I have a friend, and what he's saying is that he will not take on a girl that has student loans. He will not take on a girl that has condo debts. He will not take on a girl that has credit card debts. He will not take on a girl that has family debts. When I talk about family debt, I mean black debt. I think that's what they call it, right? So, black debt, for those who are not aware, is basically you're paying for your parents, you're helping your family. Most your salary goes to them. So you're trying to help them to either move forward or you're sustaining your family. So we call it black debt, right?
Mhm.
So my advice for him was, bruh, all of these are normal in life, and I understand that that's your life. So
because it also depends.
no, but the thing about it is, I can't really discredit what he's saying either because he worked really hard to ensure that he was not in it. He was in debt when he was younger, and he hated that cycle. And he just does not want to pick up someone who he will have to continue that cycle with. Right? So I guess what he's saying is that any girl I'm taking up, their credit score needs to be 700 or higher, or they're not coming near me. And we get it.
Kinda in a way, because if you have some persons, some females, I mean it's female for
Yeah.
example, where they have a lot of debt and it's not really good debt, it's because they have spending problem, and they, yeah, like you don't really want to go in a relationship with somebody who is not willing to change, willing to plan, who is willing to invest in good things with you. So it's like if you don't see yourself planning on helping that young lady while she tried to help herself too, then yeah, I would run very far. I would run far away, because I remember hearing on the radio this guy call in and say, "What should I do? Should I leave this girl?" You know, because that's what they're calling on radios here about things like those. So he was like, we discussed that we want to purchase a house together, and she knows how our finances set up, but then she wants to buy for example, I think it was a
Louis
Louis
Louis Vuitton.
Vuitton handbag that costs probably like how much, baby?
Minimum $2,000.
Yeah, for example. And then he's saying that it's an ongoing thing with her. Each time they save, she wants this, she wants that, she go in the savings. So it's like he don't see them buying a house for now because of her making a lot of bad decision and keep putting them in debt, because he wants to finish paying off the credit card and he wants to put them in a better situation. So I see that the guy is mature in his thinking, and even though the both of them they're at maybe a similar financial status, he is trying to improve them, but she is keeping him back, for example. So in that case, run. Would I say run?
Yeah.
Run as far as you can.
All right. Here's
Yes.
a few things. So let's check them off. So the first thing is this. Let's say the female or the male has student loans. If you guys became part, let's say boyfriend and girlfriends, right? I honestly, it depends on your communication. If you say, "Hey, that's your loan," that's your loan. If you if that's my payment, don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about it. That doesn't impact our life. That's my student loan. That's what I did to level up in wherever I want to go in my life. As it relates to sharing that debt, let's say as girlfriend or as a couple, I'm not sure how I feel about that because I guess it depends on your level of understanding or communication again. Would I take it on? Sure. Because Till and I, we were at a level where we're growing our future.
Future, yeah.
We saw it as what can we do to level up together. So you have to have that communication. So that's with the student loan. I think it's a yes. If you meet someone that has student loan debts, I don't see a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? That person is educated. They got it. They're good to
Yeah.
go.
And working on improving themselves,
Yeah.
and they're not lazy, and you actively see that they are willing to pay it off,
Mhm.
and they would what you call it, no, put everything into doing that. And if your partner wants to help, I don't see anything wrong
Yeah.
with that,
There's I.
because at the end of the day, if you don't have any debt, that means say your husband don't have any debt. You
Mhm.
understand? Like boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't really see
Yeah.
it yet like happening that way.
Mhm.
But if you take someone serious, or you're married to that person and you want to help that person to pay off their debt, it's good for both of you, because if he's in debt, you're in debt as well. But you have some relationship where they can even be married too, and they're like, no, that's not my debt, that's yours. You concentrate on paying your debt, and I concentrate on paying mine. You're the one who come in the relationship with loan debt and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
you pay that.
So,
How about working together to pay it off?
but keep in mind, once again, this is our
Yeah. Oh,
opinion. If you want to if you want to join into a
yeah.
union and keep your bills separately and your debt separately, that's on you. Sure, do you? I know people who have been married for 15 years, and that's what they do. They have their own debt, and it's separate, and their life is okay. They're good. But is it baggage? Yes, it is, because
Mm-hmm.
that's money that you could be putting into the progress of
Yeah.
your actual um, progression or
Progression for
family or
both of
whatever it
you.
is, but
Right.
and it's going somewhere else. So that is
Yeah.
some form of baggage, but it doesn't have to be a bad one because
Right.
you're still you can still progress, right? That's one. As it relates to the debt as credit card debts, it depends on what that credit card was for
For yes.
and if it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
If you came to me, or let's say Till and I came in and Till had like $10,000 of credit card debts, I would be like, how? Based
So
on your how, based on your
I went on
how,
vacation, and I really wanted to
based on your
go.
how, I would then decide what type of person I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Because $10,000 in credit card debts is not
Yes.
normal,
But
right?
if Mr. Tia said, oh, it was my last alternative, I used it to go to school because they were gonna kick me out of school
And you
if I
had
didn't
to,
get to do it, or something like that. I could see, you know. But
or yeah,
yeah,
like it depends. It depends on your how for real.
yeah.
Because seriously, if I let's say I was meeting Taylor for the first time, and Taylor looked at me and she was like, "Hey, so I think it's time for us to have that financial conversation, and I'm gonna be open with you for full transparency, so you can see exactly what's going on." So I have $50,000 in credit card debts. I'm like, okay, that's standard here. I get it. I
Mm-hmm.
also have a credit card debt of 10,000, also because of school and this. This would be like, oh, all right, cool. It's understandable.
We.
I also have a car loan of $30,000. This would be me like, all right, cool. But then when you look at me and tell me that, keep in mind, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. When you look at me and tell me that you have the black debt, I'm not sure how I would respond to
You're on fire.
that. I wouldn't
But
run.
then, what if the person come to you, but then they see that, okay, they made some bad decisions in the past, but
No, but those aren't bad decisions. Those are that all of that I just listed is life,
okay,
right?
yeah,
Like legit, all of that is life.
can't
So,
happen to
but
anybody. But once you see the person actively, as I said, actively trying to improve themselves, but they need a little push. Sometimes they need two. to
Yeah,
make it happen faster or to make things happen faster. You know what I
true.
mean? Because like if that person is single, sometimes, and you say, oh, you say you really love that person, I don't see anything wrong if you're gonna say, okay, I really care about this person, and I can see that this is stressful for this person. All right, sit down, let's map it out, let's make a budget plan, let's see how we can work through this together.
To get
What
rid of
is
it.
change, what are some of the changes you can make as well, go moving forward? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
As I say, if you have a spending problem and them something there, you definitely know that the person have to show signs that they're willing to change those behaviors. Because if you ain't gonna change, no matter how you try to pay off debt, it's gonna continue. So it depends, and it also depends on your willingness to help out the other person as well. Because you can be married and some partner not willing to help out the other person. They leave the other partner drowning in some of the debts where you're over there working and you can help, but you decide that no, I'm not gonna help because that's their money,
Sorry.
that's their loan, that's their debt, right? So I saw somebody made a point here that things like this should be discussed at counseling. I just learned something new because when we did counseling, we never think about financial counseling. Like Andre, I already knew like my my financial standing, but I think this is a very good point. Before you get married, you need to discuss these things. Let them know that, hey, look, I have $80,000 in debt. Are you gonna work together as a partner? Not enough to do counseling alone about love and marriage and stuff. You must do counseling about these things as well. So this is a very good important point.
Yeah, what are you okay with? Like, are we coming in? Because this is a reality. Before you met me, you were managing you were able to manage your debt, right? So it's not a bad thing, but it depends on your direction as it relates to where will this take us.
Yeah.
Will I need to contribute to your debt? And as Taylor said before, are we gonna partner together to get rid of those debts? So here's some insider knowledge. 2 years back, I think I had student loans of I think maybe $5,000 or $10,000, and Tilo was like, "Yo, I do not want to start 20. Was it 2020?
20, yeah,
Yeah."
2020.
Tiola looked at me and she was like, "I don't want us to start 2020 with that student loan debt." And she was like, "Okay, let's work together to get rid of this thing." And we did some crunching, and I think it was
We
July
crunched.
or from
Yes.
uh, October to
Within
December.
6 months, yeah.
Within 6 months, we cleared all that debt from school, and
But we worked together.
yeah, we legit cleared off my student loans for Canada in no time, and
And it was his debt, but I
mm,
was willing to pull
yeah,
overtime.
it
I
was
worked
my
twice
debt,
as
and
hard.
Taylor was like,
Yeah.
"We're not going into 2020 with this. Let's get rid of it." And guess what? We were made better for it because we could do more because she looked at my debt as our debt because if I didn't have any debt on me, it's more money that we could use to build our life. It's the faster we could get anything we wanted or level up, basically, right? So I recommend. I'm not saying that you have to. This is just my opinion. View, come together and create a combined budget. Look at your current debt cycle, your current debt, create an expense in Excel, and look at all of that. Put it in an order from smallest to biggest,
Mm-hmm.
and look at each order and say, okay, even though this is your debt, your debt, your debt, your debt, your debt, your debt, my debt, your debt, your debt, your debt, let's work together to get rid of all of these.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're getting rid of these debts, let's try our best not to accumulate more
More,
and
yeah.
change our habits so that we can be better for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys came to that conclusion, and I think that you are in the right direction because legit, most things that I've done here is because Tiola was in my corner. Most things Tiola did was because I was in her corner. If we see something that's expensive, it's expensive. It's
It's
by
true.
myself, but we can get it done
Cause let
if
me
we're
tell you
combined.
something. There was this at one point, because I did student loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a point where I wasn't able to pay my student because we migrated, and I was working at the time. And Andre took it on. Like he took it on, because with student loan, if you don't pay it a month or so, or a few months, it will develop like arrears and stuff like that. And he saw that it was stressing me, and he saw how it made me unhappy. Yeah, because it made me miserable. So he took it on, and a lot of men, a lot of guys out there, some of them wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. You understand? They would look into the situation and say, okay, she's not working right now. Let me just cover it for her in the time being. And even though the person is working, maybe you could be in charge of this debt, or the other person in charge of that debt. So yeah,
Yep.
whatever works for you.
Yeah, it depends on what works for you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. So MR said that the spending problem one should be avoided. Me would avoid that to MR literally.
You want go easy, me want go hard.
Andre the song them me no know. Andre
I know.
the song them me no
Come
know.
on, you guys must know that
I
song,
don't
right?
know.
She, me want go easy. She want go hard. She want pretty car. Me want yard.
Oh, so it sounds
Sometimes that. Now
okay.
you gonna lose. Me want furniture. You want shoes.
So Mr. King said that his love is weak, not deep. I think he meant when we were talking about the person coming over in the relationship with death, and
Yeah.
then they run far. Yeah, I read that one. Okay, so Vernie, welcome. Vernie said that working together in every situation is very important. I agree. That's the key, working together. And MR said that the black debt can be the most dangerous in my opinion.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
That
that afterwards.
deep.
Yeah,
That really,
the
really
black
deep.
debt is dangerous.
Never consider that. And I don't even know, I have to learn more about, but it's true. But especially when the two of us coming from a background where we didn't have it all and stuff, I think it feels good when you know that your partner is willing to grow with you and to change your financial status with you. I think it's not really a problem, but then it kind of harder when you already have it all, you already don't have any debt, and you just take somebody like me, for example, with debt. Maybe you're gonna get turned off. I guess if
It's
especially
annoying.
if
It's like you spend most of
Yeah.
your time getting rid of this, and this person
person
start
come
over.
back, yeah.
So I get it.
And hi Petite C. She said she just reached. And Caris, hi Caris, welcome. Sometimes to achieve at times we may have to be in debt to get it. It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
That's why we're not saying that the
Yes.
debt was bad.
But
It's
debt
just that it's still
would-
baggage.
yeah.
The reality is it's still baggage.
Right. Because obviously, like, you take student loan because if you had the finances to go to school, you wouldn't take student loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some persons take mortgage because they don't have the entire money to buy a house, right? So in order to achieve stuff, you have to be willing to sacrifice or take risk. And sometimes those risks can remain daunting for you. And you end up going your marriage with that, right?
Okay.
So I guess that's what happened. Hi Mix Master, welcome, nice to see you here. Mr. King said that we will always be in debt for some things. Our kindness are invaluable. That's true. That is so true. It's something that you can't buy, kindness. Petite C said that what you're saying makes sense. A1 reader said couple need to build each other. I respect you guys. It's true. And I guess it make you respect each other more because sometimes me and Andre look back, for example. Andre, I don't want to always a bit more than me still. But we used to walk nothing.
I used to walk a lot.
Me too. Me walk enough because me walk go primary school, me walk go high school because I live in the community. We used to
Oh, yeah, she
walk,
walk more than me.
walk in the rain, sunshine, everything. So then when we come here, we walk even more. Well, honestly, when Andre came here, he walked even more. Me used to boom ride. Me used to get ride. People usually offer me
I
ride.
used to walk in the snow
Snow and stuff.
every single day.
Yes.
Mhm.
So when Andre and I plan on getting a car, it might not seem like nothing, but we are proud of that little, that, not, me not call little. It's a big
What you talking about?
accomplishment.
My car is sexy.
Me not talk about the car style, Andre. I'm just saying that, me
Okay.
almost say little accomplishment, but I'm saying that it's a big accomplishment for us, especially when you know, so when we used to walk foot enough in a rain,
Mm-hmm.
sun, and snow. So stuff like that, it makes you appreciate each other more as well. So now I drive, go to Timbuktu and just look back and say, you remember when we did have to walk in at the minus 30 or the minus 20 or the hot scorching sun.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, just if you have a partner and there's certain things that you don't accomplish yet, just be patient with each other. You guys will get there. Just be patient and you guys will appreciate each other more. And I'm just gonna drop this in for some females out there, because I know some females out there, even male too, not only female. You have some people out there where I look for people where them only established already. No.
Fire.
Yes, some females out there, they not talk to you unless you're established. I've had females, I've had persons who I call friend who tell me to drop Andre because him don't have nothing. What may I do with boyfriend?
Broke pocket boyfriend.
If him could give me money to go in the town to go buy chicken, why am I dating him? And see, we are here. We're here today. Right? You just have to have patience with some, and some of them believe that okay, you're gonna struggle with him, and then when they accomplish, you're gonna drop you. It might not be that case. So you just have to be patient with each other and take a look at time and writing the goals down and take on the time and accomplish it one by one. And sometimes the blessings will just come in and flow down like rain in your relationship.
Agreed.
So
just to add to that,
Yes,
if you're
just
gonna
to
take
add.
up a broke pocket boy like me, right? Because I'm the poster child for broke pocket boys, right? So if you're gonna take up a broke pocket boy, ensure that the broke pocket boy have vision. Ensure that the broke pocket boy shows you
Yes.
that he has a direction where he's actually trying to become a
Yeah.
better version of himself. If you see that this broke pocket boy make moves, but he just not have no money,
Yes.
stick with that person
Stick with
and
it.
grow with that person, because guess what, in the end I think that you guys will be
Yes.
satisfied with that journey. But
Yeah.
if the broke pocket boy now now make no moves, yo, go
Yeah.
search for your ritual man.
It's true. It's true. And there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with dating somebody who is broke.
Yeah,
It's their willingness
because
to
yeah, I was
work.
surprised that Taylor had friends that were telling her to drop me,
Mhm.
but
Yes.
it was good because I knew where I wanted to be. I saw her in my future, and if she was willing to stick it out through those broke days, hot sun and cold weathers, I think that
Yeah.
in the end we would be
It's
great.
true. And Andrea and I, we have enough goals.
Yeah.
But we still need to accomplish.
We're still far away from it, but still,
Yes.
this is how we're going. So.
Sometimes I feel like I saw where I go. But then you have to just
No,
stick
it's up.
through.
It's that way, yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
so. And it's gonna happen like so. And sometimes you go down so. And then the partner is gonna be there to pull you up back, and it's so it going to work. It's just so it going to work. Because me and Andre have a lot of things. For example, our YouTube channel here, it's our goal to grow and to accomplish a certain amount of subscribers. And it's I enjoy doing YouTube. We enjoy doing YouTube.
It's fun.
But this is a form of growth. We always envision ourselves doing our YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
it's been a while.
And we're doing it now. So guys, I know people out there can help you grow too. So big up to other people and will help us grow who is online right now. The 21 thumbs up. Thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah, guys, we wanted to start YouTube for a while,
Yes.
and we're glad that we did. And so far, we've had great support.
Yes.
So keep sharing our videos, keep supporting us, Subscribe if you can. We would appreciate it. Also, get your mom, dad, uncle,
Yes.
puppy to subscribe to our channel
And
too,
the
right?
cat and the rat and
Yeah.
everybody. And share our video, because even if you share it, you might never know, somebody might want to see this. Or there's somebody who don't know about us.
Hmm.
Let them know about us. Share it on your platforms, your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can share stuff on TikTok.
Yeah,
Anyways,
probably. So, should we go into the Black Death? And then,
you can talk about the Black Death more.
so for those who didn't hear us before, the last debt that we're going to discuss is the Black Debt. And for me, I think it's also the worst form of debt. So, for Black Debt, basically is this. Most people from our background, I can be specific. Most people
Bye,
from
Mr. King.
Oh,
Thank
is
you
on?
for coming, and I hope you come back week after next, same time, same place.
All right.
Oh, we're not closing up, guys.
Oh, we're not
Finish
closing
this
up.
work.
All right, so let's wrap. We're gonna wrap up soon,
Yes.
but let's talk about the Black Death. The Black Death is this: anyone who's from, mostly, it happens in all cultures, but let's use the Black community for example. The Black community most times do not have generational wealth. In other words, when you are here, there is no money pushed towards you. There's no money for you to inherit. If your grandparents die, there's nothing for you to get, right? If your parents die, there's nothing for you to get. There's no money being pushed forward, but guess what? You are the person who is the best of your family. You are the person who's the best of your family tree. Meaning, not best as in personality, but as it relates to progress.
Mm-hmm.
So your
can be
you are the
changed.
person who went to school, and everything that you earn goes back to your family. So instead of money being pushed forward, money is being pushed backward, and that's why I call it Black Debt.
Mm-hmm.
For that Black Debt, a lot of us goes through it, right? And it is one of those baggage that can actually be very, very, very unhealthy for a progressive relationship. For example, let's say your salary is, let's say, $5,000 a month, but you have to put $1,000 or $2,000 to auntie, uncle, and grandparents, and also your mom and dad for help build the kitchen and all that. Build the kitchen. To help build the kitchen,
Yeah.
it gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
So your money isn't to progress and build your current relationship or build your current family. It's mostly to help with your parents. Keep in mind, we're not saying that you're not supposed to help your parents. We're not saying that you're not supposed to help your grandma. What we're saying is that instead of your money being pushed forward, it's being
Yeah.
pushed backward.
Yeah.
And in a relationship, that's baggage, because instead of the money,
Yeah, we never think about that part.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the financial. You're touching it. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
that
still,
part.
but it's still called Black Debt,
Yeah.
right? Because everything is going backwards versus forward.
Yeah.
So you are trying to help to build your family. Not, once again, not saying it's a bad thing to help your community,
family.
to help your family, but that is
sometimes you have to take out time out to build your family, or if you want to help your family more or better in the long run,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to sacrifice too. Me not say you're gonna have them hungry and you're not help and whatnot, but sometimes they expect that every minute you're supposed to have fork out money. You can't see your money because you're not able to invest it and build on it and everything. You're gonna be at the same square one as they brought you in the world, right?
Mhm.
So you have to be somewhat a little bit selfish, and while looking out for your family, of course, because some people abandon them family and that don't nice. That is a no. But you have to work on you, work on your family, work on building you right now. Because when you do that, you will be able to help them more.
True,
Yes.
right? It depends on how you also take that Black Debt. Like, once again, guys, don't be offended. Most people, I would say 95% of most people, even on the live right now, they have to figure out how they can make it so they can help their family behind them. They have to help their parents, their grandparents. Their money is pushed backwards.
Because we weren't taught a lot of things. We weren't taught financial etiquette and those stuff. We didn't grow up hearing about investments and how to invest. We only grow up hearing about you have to go school
Yeah,
and
get a
learn. You
go to school,
understand?
get a good job so
Right,
you can, yeah.
right.
But guys, I recommend for your future generation, try your best to build generational wealth. Build something so that you can push money forward for your kids versus money going backward for them trying to figure out how can I get daddy into a nursing home? How can I get daddy private healthcare? How can I get daddy all of this? So our journey, we will try our best to help both, right? We will help our family, of course, but we will also do our best to create that environment where our kids will be in a position where if I should die tomorrow, they're
Mm-hmm.
good, right? That's our aim. If anything
Right.
should happen to Teola, she doesn't have to worry that oh she's gonna lose this, lose that, or lose the car, lose you name it, because it's taken care of. So I recommend all of us really look into it. How can I create a platform, or how can I create generational wealth, or how can I create wealth for my family to push forward versus um, me just pushing money backwards. All right.
It's true.
But
It's
either way, it's still baggage. It just depends on how you
mm-hmm.
deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, they understand that this is a necessary baggage, so it's not directly any showstopper, but it's still rough.
Yeah. So I guess we're closing out soon or closing out
We're gonna
now.
close
Wait,
up
did
now.
we have another baggage to discuss?
No, not yet. I think that was it. But let's go through the questions so we can wrap up.
Yes. So I'm
Relevant
just gonna
information
go
around.
through some
I
comments.
saw something about generational wealth.
Um. So wait, guys, I'm lost. I'm trying to follow up with the comments. So MR said, taking care of yourself and planning for the future is not easy, much less taking care of other adults. It's true.
Yeah, guys, it's
Yeah.
hard, and but it's the reality. Most people don't have anything to gain from their families.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how I can use my money to
To
help
help
them.
them.
And
Yeah.
there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just our reality. But you as a person who's aware of this, you need to figure out how can I create that wealth for my future generations.
Right. And Mr. King said, very good discussion. I am elated and encouraged by you. Thank you so much.
I think Mr. King gone.
Oh yes,
He
he
come back.
went, right?
Okay.
Arnella said, it's still a space for me. Thank you. Marsha Dean said that, yes, Tiola, tell them to run coyote. No, they are all single and wanting a coyote. Oh well. Yes, girl, you hit the nail on the head. I say the same thing.
What's a coyote?
That rich.
Oh, okay.
I think coyote mean rich man, right? Let me know if coyote mean rich, cause I was talking about dating you,
Coyote.
and some female wouldn't date any broke guy or broke pocket man, and some of them still end up single, right? Because they're trying too hard to
Poster
find
child for
somebody
a
who
broke
already.
pocket is me.
Yes. So Stuart, I don't know if I know how to pronounce your first name properly. Gorbachev
Chev.
Stewart
Yeah.
said that this is so true and inspiring. And welcome, welcome. Nice to have you. I don't remember seeing you around, so welcome. And Mr. King said that it's a blessing when couples buy clothes together, buy a car together, buy a house together, care their children together from birth through their educational climb. And that's what I'm talking about. You're supposed to can sit down and look back and say, look what we did, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the time we have one pair of socks.
Yes, and one pair of shoes and something. You know,
Mhm.
you have to work from that level. Um, Mr. said, just don't make the promises as a broke pocket.
It's not promises, it's more like vision. So you're not
Yeah.
promising that, okay, this is what you will guarantee. You should be able to assess for yourself as a young lady, right?
Yeah.
To say, okay, I see that this guy has this drive. I see him heading in this direction, right? Because Taylor always say, Taylor's like, Dre, you know, see your friend them on the too smart for Brooke.
True. Them
Taylor always
smart.
say it. So
They're computer savvy, technologically savvy.
so all of my friends are computer science. majors, right? And they're geniuses. But for some reason, we haven't figured it out yet. So Taylor's like, why we still broke? She not understand it.
True. Me not understand. Me not
Keep
understand.
reading.
So anyways, Kirtland King said, ambition without education is like ship on dry land. That's true. But then some persons, I guess you have two different type of education. You have persons who actually went to school, but some of us, like myself, I wasn't literate on life. Like other than what I went to school for, I wasn't educated on world, on society, on being smart. You know what I mean?
Street
Like
savvy.
street savvy. I think they call it street
Yeah,
savvy.
Taylor was.
So it's both. You can have an education but not street savvy, and then you can be street savvy. And I know a lot of persons who are street savvy, but they didn't per se like go to a institution or something like that.
So for example, guys, we're very smart on
Or street
paper.
smart.
We're smart on paper, but we're still learning right now.
Yes.
Right?
Because I am learning a lot. In the past 2 years, I am learning a whole lot of things. But me sure did know from a long time. But no one told us, right? So Rochelle Powell said, bless up peeps, love and alone. Love you too, girl. And Roche, hi Roche, welcome. She said, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, thank you. I was just coming from my photo shoot in -18, which with a -20 feel.
I still can't feel my
Don't
toes.
do that ever, guys. Mr. He said that you can clear student loan is in 2 years. It's true, and I also think it depends on what kind of loan you take out, like what type of student loan you take out, because some of the student loan are like higher than some.
Yeah.
Right. And he also said that family can live years.
I guess he's trying to say that focus on you and they can.
Oh,
they'll be
okay. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Focus on
Take
you.
a time, a 2-year.
Build you first before you
Yeah.
try to, because while you're building and helping, you're not growing.
Right. Like up the live, guys. I see some more people coming on. Make sure you like it up, I want to see those thumbs up going up. Roche said that Andre is info on generational wealth. There's a higher occurrence of wealth being taken away from black families, meaning parents die and leave wealth behind, and it's taken away before it's pressed on. Yes, Roche, it's true.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
That's something
It's
that we
true.
didn't know.
Yes. No, we know, but we didn't. We
didn't
didn't thought about it, because like you have some persons who they have investments, like they have buildings, they have houses and stuff, but then by the time some like one example would be they didn't pay off, they have their names on a building, but then they didn't pay off certain tax and stuff, so when they
The
die,
government takes it.
lawyer come in and everything, and then
You can legit have
away.
you can have a property for like 2 million, right? And you
Yeah.
owe 50,000 in taxes. If
Right.
you die, the government can actually give your house or your home to
Mhm.
someone else who pays off the taxes before you do or your family does, and they would inherit that versus you.
Yes.
So it's all about here.
And,
You have
and
to
also
level up.
some people, like they have it, but then they had so many wives and so many children and so many puppies and so many cats. So by the time everything fi share up, it can't really go too far. You have to go to the ones who were
You have to be
the main
you have to be
child
smart
or-
with your
Yes.
with what you leave behind.
Yes. Oh, she said that's her husband's name. Sorry. The K word. Is it Kayon? Oh, I just get it. I thought it was an expression when she was saying that.
Oh yes, I
Ron
remember.
Kayon, yes.
So Kaya's name is Tom Richmond.
Yes.
Definition.
Marshall, easy. Hi, Tionia. Welcome to see you. Thank you. Marsha said that pronounced Kayode. See, I still pronounce the name wrong. Sorry for the confusion. vision is different. Thank you, Tionia. I guess we have come to the end of our live, our
Yes.
bedroom drama for today.
It was a very good discussion,
Yes.
guys. We enjoyed this. This was fun. Next time, what was that? That can work in your favor as well, Andre. Pay off to what?
Pay off to debt. If they can't repay, then you become the owner. Pay off to debt. But that can work in our favor as well, Andre. Pay off to debt. If they can't repay, then you become the owner.
That's true. But a lot of people are not educated enough to know this. For example, did you know that there was a website where you can go and actually see everyone who owes as it relates to like anything on a house, right? If you as the family don't know about this, you won't go and pay off something that isn't that you're not aware of, but someone else can do it. So overall, learn, get that knowledge, and once you do, capitalize on it, right? You can do it. You can do it yourself. Create, as I said, create that wealth for yourself, right? But a lot of people, I think that they just need to learn or read more, see what's going on in your area, see how best you can turn a dollar into two, right? And create that wealth so that your family can help.
Yes.
I learned it on
He
TikTok.
said I learned it from TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok shot. Yeah, right?
Okay.
All right. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here
Guys.
today. And please do not forget to
Like.
comment.
They comment already.
Keep
Subscribe
commenting.
if you're new. And please, guys, we are on our way to 2,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
And it's been a steep hill for us. So if you share our video or
Yeah.
share one of your favorite videos. Did it cut off?
No, you're good.
Anyways, share our live or something and then help us to gain that 2,000 subscribers because we're really working hard to accomplish that. That was my goal for this month, but sometimes things don't happen.
It's all right.
the way
We keep
planned.
pushing forward and we'll be all right.
Yes,
But
so-
guys, we appreciate you.
Oh, and most importantly too, because I want to see you guys here again, I enjoy talking to you guys. Please hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we post a video and whenever we go live, because for now we are doing our live every other weekend. So since we had live this weekend, we won't be going live next weekend, but we'll go live the other weekend. And I know it's hard to follow up and remember, but if you click the notification bell, your phone should ping you. You should get a little ping whenever we go live.
Tiona just came in. So our series is called Bedroom Drama. So every other week we'll be here discussing like interesting topics, and every week the topic will get spicier, right?
Oh, Tiona, bedroom drama.
Yeah. So
we
if
have a
you
lot
have
of drama
any topics
going on.
that you want us to discuss on our next live,
Yes.
I
You
guess,
know, I always come with the drama,
yeah,
with the scenarios.
we'll put out is it called a Q? No, not a Q&A.
Q&A.
It's not a Q&A. Question and answers? Yes.
Yes.
We'll put out a Q&A or
Our
a poll, and you guys let us know exactly what you want us to talk about, and we'll do that. But till then, we'll talk next time, all right?
And thank you. See you guys next time. Mwah.